What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Lewis, and on today's video we are going to be reviewing the all-new Storm level. Before we get into any of the details, please consider subscribing to the channel. Our next big major milestone is just around the corner, and we cannot get there without you. If you'd like to order the chamois, the ball spinner that the ball is sitting on, or the jerseys, efx.co, promo code Napoles 10. Everything is going to be down below in the description. And I've had a lot of people reach out about this shirt that I'm wearing. I'm wearing it in red this time. If you go to jbbowlingsupply.com, they're up on the website now because we've had so many people asking and inquiring about them. So all of that down below in the description, I would super appreciate it. Okay, so what's the deal with the level? Is it urethane? Is it not urethane? Well, when you go to Storm's website and you look up the level, the word urethane is not mentioned at all on the page for the level. And in fact, when you watch the video of Storm talking about the level, Alex Hoskins says, since it's not urethane, I didn't put my urethane layout on the ball, okay? So they're not marketing it as urethane whatsoever. But when I see the ball go down the lane, it looks like urethane, and the differential, which we're going to get into here a little bit later, is very low. So you can't put like too weak of a layout on it because then it's going to flare right on top of each other. And so we're going to get into that a little bit here now. So the core, right, is the Equalizer AI core. 15 pounds as an RG of 2.59, so a high RG, max differential of 0.027. So that is a very low differential. So you gotta be careful when you put a layout that's too weak on it, because then those flare lines are gonna be right on top of each other, rolling over them, and you don't really want that. You want them to be spaced out just a little bit, right? Just enough. And then the cover is the RPM solid cover stock that comes out of box at a 1000 grit finish. Now that RPM stands for regenerative polymer matrix. Okay, so polymer, my brain immediately went to microcell polymer from Motive, and I'm thinking that that's what it's gonna end up being, is like those early types of microcell balls. The one that it looked like the most to me, and I wish I had one to compare, was the Tank Blitz. That red one is what this ball kind of looks like going down the lane. I haven't thrown this one yet, just from what I've seen from other people throwing this ball. And then with the layout on this ball, I went with my favorite layout on my favorite purple hammer, being 4.5 by 4 by 3. In a separate video, I'm going to compare this to a purple hammer. I'm trying to do it on a sport shot so that we can kind of see. But yeah, let me know what you're thinking about this Storm level. I haven't seen too much about this ball. It doesn't release till the 16th or 17th, so we're still, as of the time recording, still a little bit away from when this ball is available to the public. We're gonna be here at South Point on lane 1 on a completely fresh, typical house shot. We'll see you on the lanes. All right, so guys, I warmed up a little bit with the level, and it flares like this much. I'll leave it on screen so that you can see it. And I'm very surprised with how straight I'm able to play. So this is gonna be the first shot here that we record. And I'm working on trying to play a little bit straighter anyway, but this ball for sure lets me do that. So I'm standing at 21 with my feet at the back set of dots. And I'm really just trying to get around that like 8, 9, 10 tracer down lane. Like that is actually like music to my ears, or whatever you want to call it, that I can play that straight, and that ball did not even think about going high. And I haven't really missed right yet to see what's gonna happen. Like, is it gonna bounce off of that friction, or is it just gonna like puke? I haven't really missed in to see if it's just gonna sit there. It definitely feels like urethane, like the motion. It's scented, so you know it's not urethane because it's grapple, which is, I didn't know it was grape and apple, thanks to my buddy Chris for telling me that. But yeah, we're just gonna keep throwing a few shots here and see what happens with this ball. So automatically with this level, I have a few questions, right? What's gonna happen when that shot goes away? Am I gonna be able to move left, Or is it just like a one-trick pony, throw it, and then when it goes away, automatically ball change it to something else? That's my big question I have. But on the fresh, that looks really good. Anything that allows me to play a little bit straighter, I'm all for. I don't know how similar this is going to be when I put it next to urethane or when I put it on a really short sport shot type pattern. But we're going to find out, right? Right now, I think it's great. I'm only 2 shots in. The lanes are not transitioned at all. I don't know how versatile the core is going to be. Listen, I'm not a layout guru or anything like that. I just know that when the differential is this low, you're very limited on your layouts that you can use, okay? That's just my opinion. Maybe I'm wrong. That's just how I feel. All right, we're just gonna stay here then. We're gonna try to abuse this shot here as much as we can so that we can see what happens when we have to move left off of it, okay? Oh, spun that one. Oh, nice. So I think that's a pretty good sign because with urethane, whenever I spin it, it really just doesn't do anything. Excuse me. With that one, you can really tell that it's coming off of that pattern, not like urethane. It kind of, I don't know if it's just the color, but it reminds me a lot of the Zen U. If you remember that one where you could tell that was not urethane, the way that thing's shaped. This kind of feels like maybe a stronger version of the technology that was on the Zen U. Yeah, I'd like to compare this to some of the urethane balls just to see like how similar they in fact are. So let me know in the comments which ones you want to try to make happen. The purple hammer is going to happen for sure. Oh, missed right. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, that's shaped quite a bit for a urethane type look. I mean, I 7-pinned, which is not like the worst to leave in the world. But yeah, like I wonder, like, should I bring this to league on Tuesday night? Let me know in the comments. Yes, league, no league, and why? All right, so we reset that 7-pin. I think a big question I have is how fast, if at all, is this bowling ball going to lane shine? Because I think that's going to be a really big factor with this type of bowling ball, this type of motion here. I missed right, and that one actually came back. But the reason I have this kind of question is because the longer that this can stay sanded and dull, the better, right? When I think balls like that Jacko Onyx, it really, really retains its surface, its cover stock integrity for a long time. I think that this ball, I don't know yet because I haven't got there yet, but when it lane shines, if it does, I can't imagine it's gonna look very good. I think that this ball needs to be early, needs to be round, and when that starts to get eliminated via lane shine is when it starts to get kind of iffy, I think. I was just telling my buddy Chris that the smell, the scent on the ball, grapple, grape apple, it's throwing me off because my brain is thinking, okay, pitch black, urethane, should not be smelling, and then it does, so it's very weird. All right, let's not miss right on this shot. Let's get this one more up the lane. There we go. That one was not as flush as some of the other shots, but I mean, every shot that I've gotten close has struck so far. It'll be interesting. I would like to bring this to league just to see what it's gonna look like with a bunch of transition. But so far, I'm pretty impressed with what I see so far. I typically like the balls that a lot of people don't like. And so far, I've seen a lot of people dislike this level. I think that going into this, I was looking for a ball that was gonna allow me to play a little bit straighter, not boom down lane. And I think that that's exactly what I was looking for out of this bowling ball. All right, so we're not gonna move, even though that last shot, I thought I threw it pretty good. It went a little light. I wanna kinda keep pounding this part of the lane and see what's gonna happen if it's causing some sort of carry down or anything like that. Miss right. Oh my God. Yeah, so I cannot miss right because even though it gets close, look, when I miss right, it gets closer with the level than it does with urethane. And I'd rather 7-pin, I'd rather 10-pin than wash out or split or anything like that. I just have to be better and make sure I get the ball going up the lane. All right, so coming off that 10-pin, again, I'm not gonna make a move. The only real move we're gonna do is make sure we hit our mark and make sure that we don't miss it right. Let's make a good one here. Hey, there we go. Yeah, I mean, when I get it going up the lane, it looks really, really good. I haven't moved yet. I have missed like 2 or 3 times right. I'm still a new two-handed player. But so far, I think another question I have is that, hey, look, if my thumb was in the ball, how much straighter would I be playing? Would I have to like really slow the ball down? These are a lot of questions that I have. So again, I'm not gonna move, even though I think I could maybe move a little bit because that was high flush, but I really just wanna pound this part of the lane. I keep saying that. See what it does. That last shot I thought was really, really good. See, that was a little fast and it kind of just shoo, right through it, but that's okay. This is a test. When I'm a little bit softer, it looks pretty good. I was a little fast. It might have even been a little bit in. Actually, I'm gonna check to make sure if that was fast or if it was in. All right, so that wasn't very fast. If anything, it was a little bit in. So let's make sure we get hit our target this time. All our misses have been 9 so far, which I'm okay with. I'd rather 9 than split. So let's get this going up the lane, hit our target. See what happens here. Good shot. Oh, and that's what I worry about, because that's like a urethane type hit where after you start hitting the same spot over and over and over again, it almost forces you to get closer to the friction. So I'm gonna stay there for at least 1 or 2 more shots, see what happens. You know what, F it. Let's move a little bit right and see what happens. Not a lot, maybe like 2 boards. Let's go like 2 and 1 right. Let's see what happens. Make a typical urethane move for me. Wow, that was super high flush. Look, if you ask me, Lewis, do you like this bowling ball? Do you think it's a good bowling ball? I think the answer is yes, right? It's early, it's very smooth, it seems very predictable, right? Now, if you ask me, hey Lewis, would you rather throw this or would you rather throw urethane, right? That's gonna be the big question, because the 78 hardness urethanes that they have to throw on tour, I think I'd rather throw this than the 78U or the Black Pearl urethane 78. Now, would I rather throw this or a purple hammer? Right? Or even a pitch black? I think I'd rather throw the urethane. But we're gonna find out when I compare it to a purple hammer. But it's a good ball. It lets me play straight, super high flush, couple messengers. I've only 9 counted or better. I'm satisfied. So that last shot was good. It went super high flush. I'm gonna stay there just to see if that's repeatable, or is it gonna end up going like super high off of that and end up going like Brooklyn or anything like that. Whoa, kick out the 5, Lewis. I missed right a little bit, but because I'm playing a little bit closer to the friction, I feel like I have that little bit extra of forgiveness. And I'm just gonna one-take this here a little bit for the last couple shots of the video. The very last shot, I might end up just like move left and see if I can slow hook this ball. But as of right now, I'm not seeing a need at all to move left. I don't need to do that whatsoever. It allows me to play straight. It allows me to keep it up the lane. And that's really all I really need. And then I miss left and it absolutely stays there, which no big deal. You kind of expect that. When this rack comes down, we'll reset it. We'll go back to the same spot, not miss left. I don't really like going like this shot after shot, which is why I don't do a lot of these one takes. Because in league, you don't throw shot after shot. In tournaments, you don't throw shot after shot, so why should I do it here while filming? Make sense? So we'll do one more here, and then if this is good, we'll move left and see what it looks like if we have to shape this ball. Yeah, like I don't really see a need to move left and really shape that, you know what I mean? Like that I could move like one board left just to really kick out that 10 pin. And actually I'll do that. I'll show you guys a strike before I move left and shape it. But really I'm only going to do that really just for the sake of the video, because I know inevitably someone's gonna ask for that. Someone in the comments in my short that I posted that I drilled this ball wanted me to throw it from left, deep left, on a transition house shot. I don't see myself ever throwing this on a transition house shot. So let's get one nice strike in here, then we'll move left and shape one to see if it's even possible. There we go, nice little strike. Now we'll move left. And one of the things I'm trying to do actively is I'm trying to get my speed up, and I'm trying to really make sure I hit up on it. Nothing to do with the level, just me two-handed bowling in general. So now I'm gonna move left. I mean, look, that last shot there, I was standing at 19. Let's move 5 left, which would be 26. I'm gonna move up on the approach, see if I can get this thing to shape off the corner here. So, I mean, I can hook this ball a little bit. I don't know that I would ever want to, because I think if I go a little bit faster than that, it doesn't pick up. Like if it sees too much volume, because it doesn't flare a whole lot, really at all. So this will be the last shot here of the video, reviewing the storm level. And it's going to be from that straighter mark. We're not going to be really far left here. Yeah, that's a good one, I think, to end it on. Look, if you're looking for a ball to play really straight and it's going to be early, very smooth, very predictable, then get yourselves this level. If you're looking for something to play third, fourth arrow and hook the whole lane and use it on a transition house shot, then this is not the ball for you. We'll see you next time.